Hello, everybody, and welcome to my sanctuary. I'm Rad. Today's unplanned video is on the topic of suicide manipulation, and this is not okay. Just to warn you, this video may be triggering for anyone that's has depression, suicidal ideation, suicide attempts, anything dealing with suicide. Me myself, I have issues, have had struggle. Well, I've dealt with depression, suicide ideation, suicide attempts. So I don't want anyone that's triggered to watch this video if it's going to possibly trigger them. So the reason I decided to do this video is because I was thinking about something, and I've had two instances in the past where I was two different people has used suicide to manipulate me into doing something they wanted, which is very disgusting when I think about it. I didn't think about it back then, but I also there's two different experiences where this person was one of my friends. He was going through some stuff I did not know at the time, and because of what he was going through, he decided, okay, if Mariah's not going to do what I want, I don't know if that's what he was thinking in his brain, but that's what I get from my side of this experience. If Mariah's not going to do what I want, I'm going to use this in order to make her do what I want. So there was a situation with one of my friends online. It doesn't really matter if I don't know him in person. The problem was that because I was not basically complying or doing what the person wanted, he was like, Mariah, if you don't stay friends with me and this other person who was his girlfriend at the time, I was friends with both of them, and he was trying to he basically backed me into a corner, not physically, but like mentally backed me into a corner. If I don't do this, then I'm going to harm myself, and you're going to be you're going to be kind of responsible for it, even though he didn't say it in those specific words. But he told me, he was like, I have this thing next to me. I'm not going to say it on camera because it's just traumatic thinking about it, and it may trigger someone to do that, and I'm not trying to do that. I don't want anyone to harm themselves. And he was like, if you don't stay friends with me and her, I'm going to do this, and it's your fault that I do it. And I was like, even back then, I told his girlfriend, who I was friends with at the time, I said, I'm not gonna talk to him for a while. I have to distance myself from him. And I told him I'm gonna distance myself from you because I already have mental health issues. I had depression and suicidal ideation and suicide attempts that this kind of stuff could trigger. And I'm like, I not I can't deal with you trying to say I have to do something in order for you not to do something that can harm you. Uh, I it Now I think about it, I didn't realize back then that was, like I said, suicide manipulation. I know it now, and I've also had another incident from a different game that I used to play. This guy, uh, I don't even. This whole story was like a whole thing. It actually traumatized me to a point where only good thing that I would say that came from that particular experience is it caused me to not to realize what I would put my family through if I actually my suicide attempt is succeeded. That's the only thing. It caused me to realize I don't want to put them through that trauma because what this person did is not the same friend that I had. He was this person, so he was like, Mariah, you don't give me what I want, I'm going to harm myself. And so this happened back in, I think, December of 2020. Was it 2021 or 2022? Um, and so this person was like wanted something from me I said I was not doing, and he was like, if you don't do it, I'm going to like. He like literally showed me pictures of like whatever he was going to use, and so like he was mad at me because I was trying to get him to not to do anything, like to harm himself. Me being a person that's gone through suicide and like survived suicide attempts, I did not want him to harm himself just because I didn't want to do what he wanted me to do. He was even mad at me for stopping the suicide attempt. I can understand why he might have been mad. And the thing, I mean, I'm mad about stopping suicide. I was happy that I stopped that. But the problem I had was later on, like, I remember I fell asleep and then I woke up and there was this message on my phone. I was like, it kind of traumatized me because I was like, it said like, bye Mariah, like, and like, you're the reason I did this and blah 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 blah. Later on, like I kept messaging for days and days and days and days because I was like, oh my gosh, this person did this and it was my fault, even though technically it was not my fault. And that crap like really like scared me. So I was like, Mariah, you gotta distance yourself from this. Once I found out he was okay, I was like, I can't talk to you because like you're trying to back me into a corner where I have to be physically have to make myself like emotionally available or make me do something I really don't want to do just because you think that that's gonna get me you what the results you want. And to me, the reason I think suicide and manipulation of any kind is very harmful. It's because it puts you into a mindset where you feel helpless in regards to what you do because you're like what I don't do can trigger someone. What you do can trigger someone. Like because if you do something and give into something someone wants, you're basically in a box. But if you don't do them, and you feel like, oh my gosh, did I cause that person to do what they said they were going to do? And that's how I felt back then. I felt like for that particular the second instance, I thought, oh my gosh, because I didn't do what they said, that I caused that. Even though I know now that's not what it was. This person actually was very he's a very sick person. Like I even after this whole situation happened, I tried to like reach out to make sure he was okay and everything. It went a whole left way and it was like messed up and like but the reason I the reason I think I fell for the suicide manipulation unfortunately is because I had a kind heart and I don't want anyone to go through a situation where they feel like they have no one and no one to turn to in these kind of situations. So I kind of just let it happen. But I know that that kind of manipulation is not okay. And I'm so sorry this video is so long, but it is very. I just don't want anyone to ever. I don't want anyone to ever have to go through this suicide and manipulation thing and think it's okay. And if you guys need anyone to talk to, I'm here. I mean, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, but I hope this video helps somebody. I'm sorry it's a very dark subject. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Bye.